And we back. Welcome back to another episode of the Get Buggets podcast, powered by Hardwood Ain't Basketball. I'm your host, Musa Moretti. Today I got a special guest on. Played with him back in the day. You know, he's been hooping for years at this point. Jermaurhiyun Anderson, out of Quality Education. What's good, man?
What's up, bro?
So, first thing I like to ask everybody is just, how have you been?
I've been good. How about you?
Been doing well, bro. Doing well. Um, I might as well just start off. You just finished up your second year at QEA as a junior. Just give me the quick rundown or summary of how the season went for not only you, but for the team and for yourself.
For me, I've had a pretty decent season. A lot of good games. As a team, we played a lot of great competition. Like this year, we played Huntington Prep, Prolific Prep, TSF. Was Word of God. A lot of great guys. A lot of great competition. 5 stars, 4 stars, and we competed. We beat Huntington Prep, TSF. We beat a lot of great teams this year and competed with the best of the best. So overall, we had a good season. Just didn't end how we wanted it.
Okay, yeah, and did y'all? I know Legacy hoops in like the NIBC. Did y'all plan that or what did y'all plan?
Nah, we're like just an independent school, so we really just make our own schedule as of right now. But I mean, if NIBC wants us to play, we'll play.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. I know you played at QEA there your sophomore year, and would you say like what season would you say was more successful for the team?
Uh, I'd say pretty much this season for real, cause like it's really bigger than us for real. Like as a all we played, like we said, we played some of the best teams in the country, like top 25 teams, and we
Yeah,
beat some of them. So like it just puts QA on the map for next year, even next year and after that.
got you. Yeah, has I don't really know, but has QEA have they been around for a while or is it newer?
It's been around for a while. They got a lot of like in our gym. It's a lot of players that went to college, and like a lot of great players that's been through there.
Got you. Yeah, and is it do they allow like post grads or is it just like high schoolers in there?
No, they don't really allow post grad. It's just like I mean, you can reclass if you choose.
Yeah.
Like you not there's no post grad team.
Got you. Yeah. If nobody knows, that school is out of damn, I forgot what city is it out of in North
Uh,
Carolina.
Winston Salem.
Yeah, Winston Salem. Yeah. So he traveled up. If y'all don't know, he's from Greenville, South Carolina initially, but
Right.
made the trek up there back in 2021. Um, just a few guys, if you don't mind sharing. Like, I know this year, I don't know him by name, but like number 4, when I watched him, he seemed like he could really go for y'all. Obviously Bobby Cannon, but I'll let you just talk about some of the guys you've got to play with over the last 2 years.
Yeah. So say my sophomore year, a lot of great talent. My boy Omari Bolden. He's a JUCO player right now. Can really shoot the ball from anywhere. Um, I say Nasir Gibbs. He's one of the best scorers I ever played with. He scored the ball regardless who's guarding him. Now this year, ton of talent, ton of underrated talent. Number 4, as you said, Keon Webb going to UNCG.
I
That
did
guy,
see that.
he's that guy. He can play. He do a little bit of everything. Like just a great player and a great person. Like if you know him, he's just a great person, funny, joking guy. Number 12, Nigel Okafor. It's my roommate. He's over there. But yeah, he plays his role perfectly. He makes open shots, makes the right play, gets to the basket, and does everything he does. He's going to Lees McCray,
Okay.
Tyson Barrett. He's going to Johnson C. Smith, our big man. Going to like he's a big guy, like 6'8", 6'8". Just he's going to dunk on you regardless. Like you in the paint, he's strong with it. He really like just working on this game, getting ready for college. All my guys are getting ready for college right now, so he's just been in the gym working.
Word. Yeah. Do y'all have all y'all's returners coming back?
Yeah. Right now it's only like 4 of us returning. It's just me, Bobby Cannon, Cam, and my boy Frosty Danye.
sir. So, you know, everybody, I don't know, you probably do know this, but everybody in Greenville had the speculation like you were going to jail, man. So could you clear it up here right now, just for
Like,
anybody that don't know?
yeah. So I will be returning back to QEA this year. I after the season, there was like me thinking about going back to my school, Southside. But yeah, I was just at jail, man, working out for everybody that's seen it. But yeah, I will be returning back to QEA.
That's what I was thinking. I actually talked to your dad about it, and that's exactly what he has said. He said the only school you would be returning to if you were to come back here would have been Southside. For anybody that doesn't know, he played here for 2 seasons. Um, yeah, so all right, that's good. We got that clear because everybody, over here overreacting like, oh yeah, Jermaurhiyun's going to jail, man. They're about to, I know everybody's leaving, but they got him coming back or him coming through.
I mean, I really like my hometown, Greenville. Like that's really home for me. And that wherever I go, I'm always rep it. Like even here, I rep my city regardless. And Southside is always my school. They support me even out here. They come to my games when they can. And like that's really
I
my
did
family.
see that.
I'm always gonna rep Southside. Always gonna be a Tiger wherever I go.
No, yeah, no, that's respect. That's respect. Um, so we're gonna take it back to really just the beginning of where all this process started. A lot of people probably don't even know this school, but back in seventh grade, you went to St. Joe's for 1 year.
Yeah.
A small Catholic school over in Greenville, South Carolina. And I know you played JV over there. What was just I know you bounced around a few times in middle school, but what was that whole experience like just playing JV as a seventh grader?
It was really crazy because I mean they seen me and they was like I really he seen me outside playing at recess, playing basketball at recess, and he came up the assistant coach came up to me. Actually, it was the head coach. The head coach came up to me. He's like, "Yo, you ever thought about playing up high school ball?" Said yes, and he invited me to work out the tryouts. You know what I mean? Like it was just crazy because I was in seventh grade. What's that, like 13,
Yeah.
12 years old? Yeah,
Hmm.
high schoolers like sophomores and freshmen, and like it was really like a different experience. It's like it showed you a different level to what you see and like what you got to go through.
Not for sure. And I mean, you never even ended up playing middle school ball. So I mean, that jump from playing AAU with middle schoolers to then playing high schoolers, definitely a different experience.
Yeah,
But then the next year after that, I just want to know like how the whole process with joining Southside's varsity team as an eighth grader. I know y'all had some like solid talent like Tyree over there and just some guys that Big Baby over there who could really hoop. But how did that whole transfer go come about?
yeah. So I ended up going back to Hughes Academy for middle school, but like I already played JV, so I couldn't go back down to middle school ball. So a new coach came through, Greg Scott. That's my guy. He still calls me now, even though he's from Arkansas, but he moved to Oklahoma after I left. So yeah, so I went back to Hughes. I couldn't play middle school ball, so I hit the coach up, and he wanted me to come through for a workout because he's new, so he didn't know anybody. So yeah, like you said, he had great talent: Tyree, Raekwon, Big Baby, all those guys. So yeah, he seen me. We played summer league together, played summer league with them, and he wanted me to step up for him. And that year we had a lot of things going on, so I ended up starting and all
Mm.
that. So like the process was just like a little. It was really much easy. It was just like just showing what I can do and just playing my role that year.
Yeah, and what was like your role that year? That eighth grade year.
Eighth grade year, I was really like the shooter for real. I sat in the corner and made shots because I had my boy J Rock as my point guard.
Yeah,
I
yeah, J Rock.
or Raekwon can score the ball too. Big Baby in the post. So like yeah, my role was just to make shots for real, and that's how we won. That's how we won. Everybody played their role. Everybody did what they had to do.
Yeah, and I mean, even when I had talked to Miles Tate back when he was talking about playing at Dorman his eighth grade year, really just focusing on like the scoring aspect that year and not really taking up as much of like obviously a leadership role since you have so many guys ahead of you at
Yeah.
that point. Were y'all? I didn't look back, but were y'all pretty successful that season?
Yeah, we were. I think we made like the third round of the playoffs, and we lost to a tough Keenan team with Jay Gord and Raekwon on that team too. So yeah,
Wow, yeah. No, that's Jay Gord right before the OTE whole thing. Shout out to him, man. I know he's been working at the or he's been invited to the combine and all that. So, no, best of luck to him.
for sure.
So then you enter into your ninth grade. Obviously, I know this season for Southside, y'all, it was right after COVID.
Mm.
Matter of fact, before we even get there, a lot of people be giving different answers. Like, I know what you were up to during COVID, but for people that don't know, like, what were you really doing, like, throughout the whole COVID experience between eighth and ninth grade?
Yeah, I mean, really just in the gym. COVID, like when everything got shut down. I mean, it was one place that let's get in the gym. So that's where I was at the whole COVID, at the crib and in the gym.
Yeah. Not for sure. I remember I used to go down to Potential every day. You and your sister Gabe, all y'all be over there getting
Yeah,
that work in every day. And that whole COVID experience, even like it came season we expected to. Obviously, I was still playing with the Warriors then, and I think you were playing with Jay Elite, but Jay Elite didn't have a season that year, so just
yeah,
you ended up playing with us, and that whole thing like that it was funny how everything ended up just in that whole year.
yeah.
But then you enter into your freshman year at Southside. I know this was y'all didn't play like we were supposed to play y'all one time. Obviously that didn't happen, but like what was the whole freshman year like going on to your second year playing varsity?
Freshman year, it was really we had like a start to the season, a good start to the season. All our players was there and everybody performed. But COVID happened. One of our players caught COVID, so we didn't. So like right after the season started, we were out for almost a whole month. We played one game in December, and then we didn't play again at Christmas. So
Mm.
so like games got cut short. I think we played like 14 games, but in that short time, we really showed glimpses of a great team, and all we had to do was put it together. But like we came up short again that year, and it wasn't really too good. I think Berea had a pretty good team that year. They were number one in the region. So we lost to them, fell short. I don't think we didn't even like make playoffs for real.
Oh wow.
We had that's
Yeah.
the tournament to get in that year. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we lost to Berea in the championship of that, and we didn't get to make it. But like, it was a
Yeah.
tough
I remember, yeah, that year weren't they taking like even less teams in the playoffs that season?
top two.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, so and yeah, Berea did have a lot of guys. I knew some people like John, Mark. They had some guys that go under the radar, of course, but could really hoop when it came down to it.
Yeah.
But next thing I just want to ask is, um, how do you feel you have grown as a player since being at QEA and just over the years? How you feel like you've grown as a player?
Growing player. I feel like here it's getting me closer to like my goal, my Division 1 goal, and even on. So like Coach Gould, great coach. A lot of people say he'd be crazy, but like I've gotten mentally stronger being here just by him like being on me all the time and just being in me, telling me like just being on me, just like telling me I'm like I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And like if I wanna get to where I get to, you're gonna have to do that. I know like a lot of people be like in the college, coach is not gonna care about you, they're gonna call you this, gonna call you that. And I think playing for Coach Gould is getting me to there. And also just the work I put in, like Coach Irv and Coach Reggie Johnson, he played at Miami. So they've
Mm.
been getting me in the weight room and on the court. Coach Irv, my trainer. So yeah, like we're getting the gym anytime we can. We're getting working. So I really is progressing on like my ball handling. I got a lot better of a shooter and just like trying to be everything, trying to be a point guard for real, getting into that role of being a point guard and just all of that. And actually coming here, I seen it was levels to this basketball. Like public school, South Carolina, it was like, okay, yeah, I was a freshman, so obviously people are gonna be stronger than me or whatever. But here, it was like everybody was like skillful as me, and they were older because you could reclass here.
Mm-hmm.
Be strong. I had to be more. I had to be skillful, and I had to show that I was actually a good player. Like coming here, I wasn't. I didn't think I was gonna make it for real. I was getting crossed over and all that. I looked like a little kid. But yeah, I actually got in the gym with Coach Irv, and he showed me my potential and what I could really be. And I feel like I'm getting closer to that.
Word. So it really's been like a college experience almost being at QEA.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm not home. I'm not with my family. So
Yeah.
like in college, I'm gonna be in a dorm. You're gonna be away from your family. I'm there. Like I really be like on my own. It's just me, my coaches, and my host family.
Yeah, no, for sure. And even just about like the coaches getting on you, I mean, that's facts because I mean, once you get to college, those coaches like they're getting paid to do that. Like they need their seasons to be good in order to keep that job. So
Yeah,
just understanding like that's the whole like business aspect of it. You know, it's not like okay, yeah, I got to be nice to you because we're trying to satisfy the parent or something. It's all about just getting the job done.
yeah, sure.
Um, Yeah, so you already talked about you getting your shot a little better, but even just let me know like what you feel are your biggest strengths, and then things you feel like you can still work on.
For me, my biggest strengths, I think like really like getting to my spots for real, get to my spots and getting to the rack using my body. Yeah, and just my mid range game. I've always had that even when we were young. So like that's always been
Yeah.
my thing. And like I've gotten better at 3-point shooting now and spending my range and all that. But getting better, I just be like going right really. Like it's a confidence thing, really I can do it. It's gotta be confident in it. And like, yeah, that leads to my mental aspect of it. I have to get better like mentally, like being consistent and just being like on my stuff. Like a lot of people say you can't turn it off and turn it on. Only great players can do that, and that is true. I gotta make sure I always have it on, always be on 10, always be on go. So yeah, just being
Mhm.
consistent and just being like yeah, just being me, just getting to my right hand stuff, being confident. Yeah,
Nah, and that yeah, the whole mode switch. Even Ray Sean playing at GCU now, he was saying like you can be chill, relax, off the court, be laid back and all that, but once you hit the court, it's like a it's like a mentality switch. Like no one can guard me out here. Like I'm the best player on the court, and that takes you further than anything because everybody in college or at the league y'all playing in is athletic. Like everybody has the athletic ability. So having that mental, like yeah, I'm better than you. I know that. I know that can definitely go a long way.
yeah.
Now I just want to talk about your AAU journey a little bit. Obviously you play on 3SSB now, but let's just start back with the classic team you play with, J Elite, better known as Team South Carolina now. How you feel that whole experience was? I know y'all had a talented team back in like middle school, but just how was that playing under Lamont's organization?
It was always a great experience because even like before they were JU Elite and Team South Carolina, they were SC Raptors, and I've been there since the second grade. So and they always treated me like family, no matter. But they always kept it real with me too. So just being there is always a family like organization, and they really like they showed me my potential too. Cause I played up my second grade year, third grade year, and my fourth grade year. Cause I played with Elijah Jones and Tyler and all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It really like it really showed me like what I could do and like where I had to be at. Cause playing against older guys again, been doing it for this long now, and just a team like TJ Elite. Those are my guys for sure. Zane, Tata, he now lives in Georgia though, but that's
Yeah, yeah,
but yeah, like we all had dreams and aspects, and all of us are still in the same journey, and we're getting there. So like yeah, we were a talented team, a young talented team. We eventually played on the Under Armour Rise circuit in middle school, and it really shows another level to things too. But we always competed
yeah.
because we were just that good of a team.
No, for sure. Yeah, y'all were, and I can say this because we played y'all a few times. Y'all were really good. Back in like 2018, 2019, all them years.
Yeah,
But then in ninth grade, right after obviously COVID was the year before, but you go into the first year of high school ball, which I guess is like the real years of AAU when it begins. You
yeah.
join the circuit team, 3SSB, otherwise known as Upward Star Southeast. Obviously, I know some of the guys on the team, but just tell me how that's benefited you and just how that whole experience, because a lot of people don't know what it's like play on the circuit. If I must add, your dad was just telling me like y'all don't have time to practice or y'all don't really get a lot of time because everybody's from like all around the southeast area. So just
Yeah.
like what is that whole experience just like?
Again, it's really eye opening because you're playing against some of like the best players in the country. You really have to be on it, and the best teams in the country. Like some of these teams have been together for years to come, even in middle school. So yeah, we don't really have time to practice. We don't have time to practice every week or even every other week. Like sometimes we get like one practice in every 2 weeks, or if we're lucky, we can get two in a week or one in a week. So yeah, like you really have to bring yourself together with your team, and you really have to bond because like you don't have time to do all that bonding stuff. You don't go to the same
Hmm.
school. You don't live. You don't even live in the same city. So like when you're together, you have to be together, and you gotta like just really be yourself. But you have to working as a team. Like
Yeah.
all talented players, we're all Division 1 players. Our coach says all the time, like we all can play on the Division 1 level, but if we're not together, like on the court, because we love each other off the court, we're not together on the court, we're not going to make it too far.
Yeah, not for sure. And Uh, just to name a few, like what type of guys who like what are some of the names y'all got on y'all 17U team?
Um, say KJ Green, 4 star. That's my guy. Great point guard. He has a crazy vision. Nate Shots. DJ Sean, that guy. He's an amazing scorer. He's gonna get to that basket regardless. Yeah, we got Ellis Graham, a great big man too. That that's really my guy for real. Like,
Yeah, great collegiate man.
yeah, great collegiate. Got Brandon Crawford. Recently he's going to Link Academy.
Hmm.
Uh, a great big man. Really protects the rim and really helps us out a lot. Because if your player gets past us, we got somebody there to block that for us. Um, we got B Bryson Coakley going to Wake Forest next year or whatever. But yeah, crazy. He's an amazing shooter, like one of the best shooters in the country. Really, really underrated.
Mm.
He's shots for real. Jamari, Jamari, right, he's just a great player. He's a great player, all around player too. A great leader, really like team leader for real. And he make sure we're all in check, make sure we're all good, and he really believes in us too.
Word. Yeah, I mean, how would you say y'all season has been now? I mean, I know it's y'all's final season, but how's like the team been this year?
This year we've had a lot of ups and downs. Really, like we've had so many like close games and we just had to finish, and we had some games that got away from us. I think on the circuit we uh we beat a team by like 40 points. And the crazy thing was that they beat the two teams we lost to by like 20 or whatever. They one team by
Dang.
like and like they beat one by like a buzzer or whatever. But we beat them by 40 but we lost to the other teams they played. But
Yeah.
games we've competed, we played some amazing talent. Like this past weekend when I seen you, we played the Ellis brothers, Team
Yeah,
Low.
and I was even gonna ask, just since people would probably want to know, just how was that for you just playing against them, Team Loaded in North Carolina?
Uh, for sure. Really, I'm not gonna lie. They're good players. He's a good player. I was guarding him. Feel me? I feel like he was the best player on the court. So I had to I just wanted to see what it's about for real. But he's a good player. Him and his brother. they're a little fiery. You feel me? But yeah, it's a great team too. I got to play Moravian Prep this past year on this too. Um, they're a great team, great organization. Their dad can really coach, and they're just really great players.
Word, yeah. And I heard that and I've even seen it. Like their ball movement is really elite.
Yeah, they really just make shots too, though. So
Yeah, yeah, they're ready to shoot. All they guys be
yeah,
ready to shoot, man.
anywhere.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Um, now I'm gonna just ask you some. Well, actually, let me just ask. For people that don't know, what are just some of the main? I know you have the offer from North Carolina A&T, but what are just some of like the main interests that are really talking to you right now?
Presbyterian, feel me, hometown. So,
Mm-hmm.
feel me, App State, UNCG, East Tennessee State, and Mississippi State. Um, really, I've seen talk to Wade. I talked to a lot of schools, but those are really the ones that really talked to me a lot and
Mm,
really, like, really have a lot of interest in me.
got you. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know if you have any in mind. Like, what's your like go to right now?
I can't even say too much right now.
Yeah, you
Soon,
right.
I'm praying and hoping soon that I will be making my decision. So just everybody's got to stay tuned and keep me prayed up.
Yes, sir. But yeah, after that, I just want to ask some like general questions, and then we'll finish up in a little bit. But what's your like real inspiration to play basketball? I know some people, they think that their parents are pushing them or something, but like, what's your real inspiration to play this game?
Really, it's really just me. But I say my parents, especially my mom, plays a big role in it. But like, I love this game. I've been watching this game since I was 4 years old. Like, I watched my dad and everybody in my neighborhood play basketball, like pickup outside since I was 3 years old. And just sitting there watching the game, falling in love with it, playing the game, it always came to me. It came to me at a young age. But my mom and my family just plays a big role in it because I want them to see a different lifestyle, a better lifestyle than what we've seen before. So yeah, like my sisters, Messiah, Michaela, even Kira, I want them to like live the life they want to live for and have opportunities that they didn't have before.
Hmm. No, for sure. And that even brings me to my next question. Like, what is your angle for the game of basketball? Like, I never really have asked you, like, are you like pushing for the professional level? And like, what are you really striving for?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really going for the professional level for real. NBA. I mean, everybody wants to play in the NBA, but honestly, like that'd be amazing. But that's not the finish line. It's not like that's not like the end. If you don't make it NBA, you can't go anywhere. Like overseas, anywhere professional, making money, playing the game,
Yeah, a lot of money too.
just playing the game of basketball for money, making a living off of that. It'd be a major opportunity. And I really want to go there that route, playing professional and doing what I love to do.
Yeah, for real. And I mean, everybody has a misconception like if you're not in the NBA, you can't live off it. Like people overseas making 400K, 500K a year off this.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely strive for it, man. Now these last two questions I got, they just for fun, but I want to ask you, who do you think you play like?
Me, sheesh. Uh, I don't know. I can't even say too much because it's like I feel like I have a mixture of games. If I had to put a name to it, I had like a Harden or you feel me, like just because it's my left hand. If it, uh, yeah, something like that. But I can't really say I play exactly like him.
Yeah.
He, I do a little bit of everything. So I mean, I'll leave that to everybody else to say.
All the lefties trying to say they play like Jalen Brunson nowadays. Jalen Brunson, the man
Nah,
is different, man. He's different.
yeah.
um, and then another thing I want to ask, just since I assume you've been keeping up with the NBA,
Mm-hmm.
um, what team you going for, and who you think is gonna win it all?
Yeesh. Really? My team's out. Like Phoenix is out, so I really don't even mind anymore. Probably the Nuggets gonna win it all. Like pretty great. They're an amazing team. They play together. So yeah, I really hope like I'll see what they get to. But my team is out, so I don't really mind too much no
What's
more.
your team?
Phoenix really, it's really just CP.
Ah,
I need CP3 to get a ring before he retires. So
man, he's gonna be like a Udonis Haslam if he after this year.
nah, he has to stay. I need him to get that ring. Like it's a mandatory thing to have.
Nah, for sure. But nah, I rock with the Nuggets for sure. The Nuggets, man, their role players even are just so good as well. Obviously, Jokic is like that, but their role players are incredible. I'm a Celtics fan personally. I'm cool. I was rooting for the Kings on the West, but lost in seven. Celtics, Tatum, we're good. Celtics, we got
Yeah.
the East, as John Morant would say for the West. But last question last thing I just want to leave you off. I've asked everybody this is, what's just some inspiration or just motivation you give to some of the young guys growing up in Greenville and the area, just that are really trying to make it in basketball?
Inspiration. I'd say just put your head down and work for real. It ain't really no science to it. Like if this is something you really want to do, you're gonna have lows. You're gonna have lows of lows. Like it's gonna be a lot of lows. Sometimes they outweigh the highs, but at the end, like that goal, if you really want it, it's gonna be worth it. So right now, we're going through the same process. Me and you. I mean, trying to get to college or whatever. Uh, Actually, I never asked you. Are you trying to go to college for it?
Yes, sir. Of course. Yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely working for them offers.
yeah, for sure. So like everybody wants to go to college. Everybody wants to be pro. So really, just put your head down and work and just be you. Like don't even try to change yourself for anybody. Anybody tell you can't make it, you can do whatever you put your mind to. As long as you put that work in, you straight.
Nah, and that's huge because like there's so many distractions like people can get caught up in, but like you got to think ahead of like the present moment. Like, what are you really trying to get to? Where are you trying to end up? Like, not where, like, you got to go for where you're trying to be, not where your feet are right in the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm already knowing. Like in the city of Greenville, I mean, you can go out and party. You
Mm-hmm.
go out with the bros. Probably gonna get into trouble. You do all that though. But you feel me? You just leave all that alone. Put your head down and
It's
just.
gonna come. It's gonna come eventually. Like, once you put in enough work, like you're gonna have your chance to chill and relax. But like, if wherever you're really trying to make it to, obviously, like you're saying, like the work has to be done first.
Facts.
Nah, but man, I appreciate you coming on, bro. It's been great catching up. Know it's been a minute, but yeah, man. Best of luck at QEA and your future college aspirations, man, for sure.
Yeah, appreciate it. You same to you.
Yes, sir.